Any changes?
They're on.
I'm recording on T. Yeah. 250 T, yeah.
Yeah, but obviously some no 50 to get paid. 50 to this.
No, you can change the output. Change the output on this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm sending out that.
Yeah.
But I'm recording on 50 T.
Oh yeah, yeah. Record, oh, you see, yeah.
Yeah.
They record. And then they record. It's hard to record. Someone else. Yeah.
Just the other box is changed.
So I might try it.
Yeah. I got this morning, one of the extra blocks. You know, the process now I have. He had a match. He was even at 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock anyway. He would have been finished. Your half was over 3 hours. I think I need wall around the patio for the shed out in the lawn.
Hey, you're very welcome back here to TEG Cusack Park for this evening's second game in the All-County Football League. This time it's the Division 3 final between Killucan and St. Loman's. Mullingar, Paul Doolan again, a commentary for you. And I'm joined once again by Tom Brown on co-coms. And I suppose, Tom, this is some of the bigger hitters, shall we say. I know it's Loman's second team, but a lot of these Loman's lads will be looking to get on to their senior panel this year. Some of them have already played with their senior panel indeed. But for Killucan, they've already secured promotion, which for their first team, you know, to be playing senior football and be playing in Division 3, it's a step up for them now.
Yeah, it's a step up, but Killucan are minus the hurdles from most of the
year, yeah.
They're probably a small panel, so that's their excuse for being in Division 3. They are coming into the game with a good record of 8 wins and 1 loss. That 1 loss came to St. Joseph's back a couple of weeks ago, who were probably eyeing getting that second
Getting that second spot, yeah.
St. Loman's have 6 wins, 1 draw and 2 losses. But a lot of the St. Loman's teams, to be honest, it'll be my first time seeing them. They're looking to get onto the senior panel, senior team. But fair play to them for getting with their second team to Division 3 final and getting promoted to Division 2. You've seen Mullingar in Division 2 this year with their second team, and they comfortably stayed up in it. So it's good work going from both clubs, to be quite honest with you. But Killucan will be the favourites today, senior team. They'll be favourites for
hurlers back as well.
For hurlers back, they'll be favourites for getting up into the Group 1s or quarterfinals of the Senior Football Championship this year. So it's an interesting tie, and again, it's the start of the championship season. It'll be a little bit of shadow boxing from both sides, but we hope for an entertaining game here.
Yeah, most of these Lomas players have probably been playing with their Junior 1 team this year as well, and some of them really star quality. This Riley Sheehan, excellent player. Shawnee Bracken, of course, is with the 20s, the county 20s this year, one of the better players in that county 20s panel this year. The likes of Ryan Jones, they're a huge amount of experience. Tristan Graham has played senior football for St. Loman's Mullingar. Shane Mulderry is another. David Morgan at full forward, great target man. Young Ty Kenny, this guy is one for the future as well. So they're a huge mixture of that blend and youth and experience. They're going to be thereabouts. I see Paddy Dowdle is named at number 23. I don't know whether he'll tag out at all today, but the Evergreen Paddy is named at 23. But it's as you said, Tom, for their second team to be in a Division 3 final, it's a huge statement from the club. And let's be honest, they have bigger fish to fry during the summer with a senior championship coming up, and some of these lads will be looking to get into that senior panel.
Yeah, bigger fish to fry as well. But in fairness to Paddy, since he's taken over, he's put a lot of effort into the second team. I've seen him back a year ago when he did take it. I think they were playing Maryland, their second team, and all the senior boys were down, giving him great support. So he seems to have got a little bit of camaraderie amongst all the players from the second team to the first team, and that was paid off last year when they won the senior championship. But a lot of these young lads, that like Shawnee Bracken was on the under 20s, it'll be his first kind of taste of senior football for St. Loman's, that he'll want to break into that panel and win his senior championship medal from the starting position. But again, Killucan will be eyeing this victory. They did well. I think the one loss that they had, as I said, was against St. Joseph, but they've been pretty
I think it's a meaningless fixture, I think, at the time as well. I think
they will be eyeing up towards obviously championship now, but they have some cracking footballers in Devon Hill and Sammy Clark. Said he doesn't start today, but Robert Grevin coming back into the side.
Yeah, and the full-back, Tom, is one really to look out for. A young lad that we've been championing here on AirBTV for many occasions. That's Sammy Smith. I think he's a really decent footballer. Owen Keys at the centre of the field, another excellent player. Luke Darby at cornerback, tenacious. Jason Gorman, Owen Ahern, Eamon Cuneen, all these guys, playing senior football with their club. Darren Finn at full forward,
They're all very good footballers, and this is the great thing about AirBTV. People get to see these in the bars around Westmeath and around the world, these types of players, the new players coming on board, because as we know, with the senior Westmeath team, there's going to be a lot of retirements in the next couple of months, and we're now looking for the future stars of Westmeath football.
Yeah, a couple of changes there already we see to that Killucan side. And Yeah, a number of changes there, Tom. We're just listening to the stadium announcer here. A couple of changes for the Killucan side. David Bryan is not starting a goal. He's replaced by Larkin trainer. Gary Greville is replaced by twin brother Robbie Greville, which I suppose like for like in every scenario. And Jason Gorman doesn't start, and he's been replaced by the man that you wanted to see, Sammy Clark. So already, Tom, a player that you wanted to see, and indeed many of us wanted to see. While St. Loman's are without David Morgan, I think that's a huge loss to them. And even Owen O'Keefe at centre forward, that's another huge loss to them. Now, having said that, the young lads that coming into Mark Tunney is a really good young player, and indeed, as is Owen Kenny. But it has to affect the way you're going to play the game, I suppose, more than anything else. But as you said, Tom, I think Killucan probably have just the guts of a better team on the day, maybe, but we'll soon see.
Yeah, and they're still trying to find themselves out with the hurlers coming back and all. They probably hadn't much time to play challenge matches or that, so they're using this as a great opportunity to get a little bit of warm up before championship. But we were probably expecting that they would make a couple of changes.
Yeah, we give it a 9 out. So David Bryan doesn't start in goals, is listed in the programme. He's replaced by Larkin trainer. Full back line is Matt Shaw, Sammy Smith at full back, and Luke Darby. Half back line is Shane Gorman at number 5. Gary Greville doesn't start. He's replaced by twin brother Robbie. Michael Doherty is at 7. Conor McHugh at 8. Owen Keys at 9. Jason Gorman does not start. He's replaced by Sammy Clark. 11 is Devon Hill and 12 is Owen Ahern. 13 is Eamon Conneen. 14 is Darren Finn and 15 is Conor Bortwick. While for St. Loman's, the changes are all in the forward line. Dano Smith is in goals. Ethan Brown, Riley Sheehan at full back, and Tristan Graham at 4. Shawnee Bracken at 5. Kieran Smith at 6 at centre back, and Tom Dorr at 7. Ryan Jones and Killian Plunk at 8 and 9 at the centre of the field. Tristan Graham at 10. Number 17 comes in there. Mark Tunney at centre forward. 12 is Shane Mulderry. Daniel McCanna's at 13. And 18, Owen Kenny starts at full forward, and Ty Kenny starts at top of the left. Probably going to be a lot of positional changes, I would suggest, as well on the St. Loman's side, Tom. But having said that, two strong enough sides. Like I see, David Morgan is coming up to stand. He's not going to play any part in this game whatsoever by the looks of things. I see him coming up to stand here in front of us. But again, Tom, ideal conditions for a game of ball. It's sun is shining now. Very little wind out there to speak of. It's not going to make. It shouldn't make any difference to the game itself. But we're really looking forward to it. In front of a really decent crowd here as well for the league final. Second in the league finals here tonight on the Saturday night here of finals weekend. Don't forget we have a double header here tomorrow night as well. We have the Division 1 Division 2 finals here in TEG Cusack Park, and then Monday night and Tuesday night there's also divisional finals as well. So a lot of football to be played before we get to the start of the championship, I suppose, in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, and it's good to see the good weather come. If you remember back to the say opening 2 or 3 games of the league,
it was desperate weather.
Yeah, desperate weather.
Referee, sorry, I just want to mention referee for this is Barry Kelly. You see him out there with the new referees, Westmeath referees jersey. Very stylish they're looking as well, I have to say.
Yeah, good to see Barry involved. Very, very good referee, and still keeping in shape and still looking good at whatever age he is, and one of the top referees still in Westmeath.
We're nearly ready for throwing here. Actually, we're almost a little bit over time. We're getting towards the 7 o'clock mark, but this is going to be interesting, Tom. Promotion is secured. I suppose that was Killucan's goal at the start of the year, and it has been for the last number of years, was to get that promotion. That's secure, but to start the season, as you said, winning a trophy doesn't do you any harm.
No, it builds confidence, and especially for the young players, St. Loman's, they'll know they're going to be up against it. They're practically up against a senior side, much like in the first game where it was intermediate versus
clash of
junior 2. They know they're going to be up against the senior side, but they'll learn a lot from it. They'll make mistakes. Both teams will make a lot of mistakes, but they're all eyeing towards championship now, and this is a good dress rehearsal for both sides coming up to that. So hopefully we get a good game. And as I was saying before, the weather we had in the early rounds of the league, it's nice to have the good weather for a good game of football here today.
Yeah, and we're really looking forward to it here. The teams are getting ready to come out. To see Ryan Jones coming out to the centre field. He's captain for St. Loman's Mullingar, and indeed on the opposite end is Sammy Smith, a man we've championed on many occasions here on RBTV. A really, really decent player. Kind of a little bit surprised, Tom, if I'm honest, that he wasn't included in the Westmeath panel this year, or perhaps he didn't. Maybe they chose not to go on to that panel. The loss of Gary Greville is kind of succumbed with brother Robbie coming in instead of him. You know, I mean, it's like for like. There's very little difference in the pair of them. You know.
Yeah, both of them have given great contribution. Both clubs, Raharney and Killucan, over the last couple of years, probably getting on now.
And in the age of a dual player, that's a hard thing to do.
In the age of the dual player and the demands and the high performance athletes that they're trying to create with the inter-county setup at the moment, it's tough to keep it all going for these players.
I see there's another change to Killucan there. Matt Shaw doesn't start by the looks of things. He's replaced by number 24. That's Shane O'Malley. I didn't catch that one actually on it, but it definitely is. That's Shane O'Malley gone in there in the corner. Managers shaking hands here along the sideline. It's going to be interesting here. Adam Carroll, I think, is manager of this St. Loman squad here. Richie Cleary, I see a few of the lads involved in there. I'm not quite sure who's involved with Killucan this year, but I see Johnny D, the ubiquitous Johnny Dignan down there as well. And he's, but we're game on here in TEG Cusack Park. First challenge of the game. It's going to be a free. Loman's are playing on, but it's going to be a free. That was a foul that time, I think, of Justin Graham. Now it comes here to this side of the field, Tom Dorr. Killucan gone into a bit of a defensive shape already, Tom. We were hoping that may not be the case, but there's 13 of the 15 are behind the ball already. St. Loman's just playing it around at their ease here in the centre, towards the centre of the field. Killian Plunkett now. Looks up and sees plenty of players available to him. That's a nice ball. Did he call for the mark? No, he didn't. He's keeping going. That's good work this time. Shane Mulderry, I think it was. Nice ball across the field. That's a lovely score.
Yeah, wonderful opening score there.
Mark Tunney,
yeah. Put the ball lively and
very narrow angle as well, Tom.
While the defensive structure of Killucan was very good, they punched holes in it, and that was a good score, good opening score.
Oh, there's one given away already. Larkin playing with a rather poor kick out again. It comes to Tunney. Tunney, is he going to have another go? No, he's not. He's going to use the players around him this time. Out it goes to young Ty Kenny. Kenny ships it out over to the far side. Loman's playing with patience. Looking for that option every time. Killian Plunkett now. He's going to have a lash off the left foot. Is that one coming in? No, it's not. Oh, it is. It looked for all intents and purposes, Tom, if that was gone way wide. But that's a score, and a really good score from Killian Plunkett. 2-0 to Loman's. We're barely 2 minutes in. And, you know, if they wanted to start, Tom, they've got it.
Yeah, and it gives us a great potential of a good game. The underdogs get their first two scores, one off the back of a bad kick out, and the other off a good interchange play between the inside forwards. Good lively forwards for Loman so far, and with young players they won't fear anything.
It takes that whole fear factor out of it, Tom, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, this is their chance to prove to both senior manager that they want to get on the senior panel and senior team, and they're doing a good job at the moment.
And it goes to Hill. He's the main man. He's the conductor in general. Hill looks up. Sees a wall of St. Loman's players in front of him. Robbie Greville chips it out to this side of the field, out in front of us here. Out it comes to Luke Darby. Darby now, making inroads. Has he got anyone to give it to? Yes, he has. He's tackled a little bit late, but he carries on. Again, it's back out to Hill. Sammy Smith getting on a lot of ball early doors here as well, which is probably what they wanted. Devin Hill now. Interchange with McKeough. Hill into the corner. Finds his man. Nice work here. Working it around. Waiting for the opportunity. Just holding on to possession. And then all of a sudden, as soon as I say that, commentator's corset drops. Out in front of us here, Michael Doherty. Just simple playing around with the ball here at the moment. Lomans can't get their hands on it. Shane O'Malley not even attempted to get their hands on it. They're waiting for Killucan to come to meet them, I suppose, Tom. So on Keys. Again, a lot of possession, but no penetration here whatsoever. This is the first one. Robbie Greville has it now. Greville looks up. He sees there's a man loose, but that's a rather wild swing from Owen Ahern there. First wide of the game. And after all that build-up play, Tom, it was the wrong option, let's be honest.
Yeah, wrong option, yeah, but St. Loman's are going to make it difficult for playing that 30 men behind the ball. Killucan were patient in it, they got a bit of possession, but just the wrong shot option. But they'll learn into this game.
And it's interesting to note, since the arrival of Paddy Dowdall as manager of the St. Loman's team, of any St. Loman's team, there has been they have been a little bit more defensively structured, shall we say, as they had been heretofore. And you know, it certainly worked for them at senior level last year. And
but it's something. You know, it's just something that the game.
It's moving with the game. Yeah, it's moving with the game. Yeah. And he probably seen that from defeat to the Downs the year before. He probably seen that was a weakness maybe in that St. Loman's side. But definitely the defending here today. It's 15 men behind the ball. Keys now. Takes it on, finds Sammy Smith. Smith looks like he's having the freedom of Cusack Park here because he's the man that's withdrawn. He's playing in that kind of loose role around the centre of the field. They're going to try and get him on the ball as much as they possibly can because he's a very incisive young player. Nicely picked up that time. Back in again it goes. Devon Hill gets it back into Smith. Smith retains possession. Conor McKeough. It's a lot of passing, Tom, but there's very, very little penetration here at all. They're going to have to be patient. Conor McKeough strikes one. Is this where was this one going? This one's going to the left. It's going wide. Second wide for Killucan. And again, after all that build-up play, a rather tame finish, huh?
Yeah, in fairness to that time, they worked it into the kind of scoring area. Just a bad shot away there by Conor McKeough. But it will take Killucan a couple of minutes. They probably haven't played too much football together to get into this game. But they've started okay as regards their forward attacking play. It's just that one shot at the right time is just what they have to work on.
Tom Dore with the ball now. Ships it on again immediately. Ships it on to Killian Plunkett. He's had a good start to this game. Daniel McCann. McCann gets it across to Ryan Jones. Back it comes to centre back Kieran Smith. It's very much about ball retention here. Back it comes to wing half forward actually, who's playing almost as a third midfielder. That's Tristan Graham. Got quite an amount of runs. This is a good run here. He's gone right across the square. It's Shawnee Bracken. Bracken strikes it, but I'm afraid that has no legs on it. A bit like myself, Tom. It just lacked it. It was a good move in fairness, and Bracken had done all the hard work, just didn't hit it hard enough. That was simple as that. Out to the far side, Shane Gorman gets it. Good work from Hill now. Hill penetrating. He's gone in through the 40-yard line. Can he get any further? Not at the moment anyway, because there's a blue wall facing him at the moment. Back comes out to McKeough. Killucan looking for their first score of the game here. We're 8 minutes in, Tom. Into Darren Finn. Can Finn keep it in? No, he can't.
Yeah, you have to have it to St. Loman's to defend him well at the moment.
Yeah, and it's not mano a mano, Tom. It's kind of zonal defence, which is even creating more problems for Killucan. On it comes Tunney. Got the first score of the game. Gets it into Kenny. Ty Kenny gets it back to Mark Tunney. Tunney ships it across. Another one of the late starters. Finds it. That's another shot that's going to drop short into the hands there. Daniel McCann. A little bit rushed again, Tom. Both sides have been guilty of it, I suppose, at the moment.
Yeah, but they're getting their chances to get their shots away. It's just there is a little bit of breeze that St. Loman's are playing again, but they're not using it. Just getting rushing those shots that you normally expect them to get.
Gorman now over the far side into Robbie Gravel. Gravel gets it as far as halfway and then stops. Michael Doherty now with ball in hand. Looking up in front. There's not a whole lot of movement in that forward line. Tristan Graham looks like he's playing that sweeper role for St. Loman's, Tom. He's hovering around that D area there.
Yeah, he's hovering around that D area there, just as a probably second sweeper. As
they call it the +1, I think is what they call it now, isn't it? And again, there's a rather cheap giveaway. Ryan Jones gets it into his... Gives it to Tunney. Daniel McCann chips it on. Mark Tunney again.
But you have to say St. Loman's have started very well. They're not making any mistakes. They're being very intelligent on the ball. And that's
very economical with the ball as well. Yeah,
that's what's causing the hassle for Killucan at the moment.
And comfortable on the ball, Tom, as well. They look comfortable. Every player looks comfortable in possession. Graham now puts a bit of a spurt on. Gets it in. That's nice work by Kenny. Back to Graham. Graham, has he a chance to kick it? Yes, he does. Good score by Tristan Graham.
Yeah, especially when we mentioned a couple of minutes ago.
Almost as a sweeper, yeah. He can shift it up and down the field as well.
And he's gone straight back into that position then after kicking that point.
But 3 points to no score after 11 minutes. And again, we spoke about this in the first game. Shawnee Bracken now with ball in hand. This guy has pace to burn. He's gone past two. He's caught up though. That looked like a foul to me. Barry Kelly hasn't given it though, and it's Killucan still in possession. It's a free now. I thought actually there was two arms around Bracken that time. He was a little bit unfortunate not to get the free kick there. But now it's going to be a free out for Killucan. Gravel with a very high tackle there. Killian Plunkett, and he's taken him high a second time as well. And Killian Plunkett is going to be lucky, and he's not going to be lucky. That's a yellow card, and I think, Tom, that's deserved. I mean, he had 2 goals there at that stage.
Yeah, in fairness, Robbie was fouled.
A cheap yellow card to give away as well. Devon Hill now, ball into the corner. He's looking for Darren Finn, but again, Darren Finn is miles away from that one. Nowhere close. Another wide for Killucan. 3 very, very poor wides, Tom. And showing very little penetration. We spoke about this with Ballinagore in the first half. Yeah, their use of the ball has been great up until the 45-yard line, but from there on in it has been kind of scatty.
Yeah, but we did warn you that Killucan would be probably a little bit
ring rusty, maybe.
Rusty at the very beginning there. They just need to score to set themselves down and get themselves into this game.
Oh, there's a lovely ball over the far side into Daniel McCann. McCann had men in front of him but chose to bring it back again. Out it comes to Ryan Jones. Jones gets it in. Tristan Johnson. It's a nice run here. He's going through Shawnee Bracken. Is he going? Oh, that's a really good goal. That's a super finish.
Yeah,
Shawnee Bracken, he's been threatening that, Tom, for a while.
Yeah, and we see with very good goal in the first game by Conor Gaffney. That was on par with it. Very good.
It's just a sheer pace and well-worked moving. Once he got it, he had only one thing in his mind, and that puts clear daylight. 6 points in it, 1-3. St. Loman's Mullingar. Killucan, no score here after 13 minutes, and it's been all blue so far, Tom, and all blue for Killucan as well.
Yeah, it's I won't say worrying, but it's just a bad start. But in fairness to St. Loman's, they played all the football in the first half.
They played all the football in the first half.
Goals through Killucan, and again, that was a very tasty finish there for that goal.
Brad Kennedy, this guy is a real talent. I expect to see him. I expect to see him playing a bit of senior football this year, Tom. He's a really, really good talent. He has pace. He knows where the goals are as well. And obviously, when you see it there, he had only one thing in his mind when he got that ball into his hand, and that was to burst the onion bag. And here he is on the ball again. Gives it to Jones. Jones has a look up, finds Tunney. Killucan chasing shadows here a lot of the time, but somehow that's about the first pass astray that Killucan have made. Devon Hill now. There's a pull of a jersey referee, but Barry is given the go ahead because Killucan are on the attack and it's their first real challenge for it. Nice work this time. Are they going to get their opening score? Yes, it is.
Yeah, good score there from Sam Smith. Good work up the field. Capitalising on the mistake there. Good work there from Devon Hill, and that'll set.
But it took their full back to come up the field, Tom, to get a score. You know, again, that's a little bit worrying now. But it was great work by Hill. Good interception and moved the ball well when he got it. Yeah, definite style of play is going on here. It's counter-attack and it's attack and counter-attack. It's the real. It's the sign of the times, Tom. Unfortunately, it's not the game we're used to and probably enjoy a little bit more. It has been a counter-defensive, but St. Lomas have just been so more penetrative in their attacks and looking for that out ball the whole time. Again, there's another great ball in. Daniel McCann with the ball in his hand now. Looks out, sees a man out in the loose. That's Tristan Johnson. Out it comes again. Owen Kenny now. Tristan Graham gets the ball in hand. He's just happy to control that pace there. It's up to Killucan to come out to him, Tom. They're the ones trailing by 5 points.
They're playing a nice game, St. Loman's just. But again, the one turnover that Killucan did get, went up the field and got a score out of it. So I wouldn't be too disappointed about Killucan at the moment. They're just feeling their way into this game still.
Be interested to see the possession stats of this first half. It has to be in the fairly high 60s or 70s for the St. Lomas side. They definitely have far more possession of the ball. Ball in, looking for the man on the ball, but that's taken away from Sammy Smith as the man in it. A little bit unfortunate there. He just fell as he was getting to it. There's a high pass into nobody. Well intercepted that time, Kieran Smith. Kieran Smith has a man loose, has he? Yes, it's Tunney. That's dragged to the ground. That's going to be a free.
Yeah, great.
Good work by Ty Kenny there. Great interception that time. Smith saw the ball coming. He saw it far clearer than the Killucan man that was due to get it. But
yeah, great interception there, but also good play by Ty Kenny to get that ball, win it, hold on to it, and win the free. And this is
Barry Kelly is
St.
chatting with Alan Kine here. Adam Carler, the St. Loman's. It looks like he's the St. Loman's manager.
Yeah, Adam has been around St. Loman's for
a long number of years.
Great Gale, but he has his team working well and they're playing good football.
Playing really, really good football, I have to say. And if Paddy Dowdle is looking for a few lads to step up to the next level, there's a few here not too far off the mark. That looks like it's gone drifting right, is it? No, it's not. It's not. That's the second time we've been caught it there. Daniel McCann with a pointed free extends the lead here. 1-4 to St. Loman's at 7 points and a point to Killucan. 6 points in the difference. We're 18 minutes into this game and a half that has been dominated by the boys in blue, Tom.
Yeah, I think we're a little bit surprised both of us.
I'm more than surprised. And they look so comfortable on the ball as well. It's going to be interesting, I suppose, next year as well, Tom, with St. Loman's and Mullingar Shamrocks playing in Division 2 of the league, Division 1 of the league and Division 2 of the league. You know, it shows the progression that both clubs are making.
Yeah, especially with a lot of these young players. There'll be probably some of these guys going on to under 20 football or maybe hurling next year. But if they can keep this team in Division 2, they'll give a lot of teams a good run for it.
Tristan Johnson, he's got a mountain of possession here from corner back, and they're just moving a Killian Plunkett now. He's on a yellow card, but he has controlled that midfield sector and controlled it very, very well. Killucan haven't laid a hand on him really as such. Ball back out to Johnson again. And it's just so easy. They're just playing it about that. And playing it about nicely with comfort, Tom. Do you know what I mean? They look so comfortable on the ball. Each player looks as if he's happy to be in receipt of the ball. There's a bit of a straight pass. Ryan Jones goes out for it. Eventually he gets it, does he? No, he doesn't. That's Robbie Greville. Looked like a push in the back there, but Greville got away with that. And Killucan immediately come on the burst. Is there anybody to take it? That's great work. Super work down through the centre by the wing half back. Is he going to get a score out of this? Or no, it drops short. It drops a little bit short.
Yeah, but again, that's what Killucan are looking for.
Michael Doherty probably had better options. Devin Hill looked to be gone over off the shoulder there with a really decent chance. But again, all of a sudden it's back up to this side. Tom Dorr. And Killucan chasing shadows a lot of the time in the middle of the field here.
But again, Killucan capitalising on the mistake, and they were able to
a little bit more.
Quickly up the field.
If they were a little bit more comfortable on the ball, Tom, that could have been any sort of a score. You could have even had you even had goal chance with that one. 20 minutes gone here. 1-4 to St. Loman's Mullingar. 1 point to Killucan. And it's been all about the boys in blue today. Graham gets it in. It looks like a double hop to me, Tom, but still in retention of it. Back over the far side, and there always seems to be a player available, Tom. There looks like a foul. Barry Kelly has the hand up, and that's going to be another free end. And it's just that incisive play of the St. Loman's players. They just seem to know when to just add that little bit of fire, that little bit of nous, that little bit of extra venom just to go on the attack. And Killucan are falling into the trap of dragging them down as well. And I see already substitution getting ready to come in here immediately for Killucan.
Yeah, Sean Leach is stripped off, ready to go.
Very heavily strapped. I'm kind of surprised he didn't start, Tom, to be honest with you, but he has had his injury problems over the last little while. But not a bad introduction to be having. There's a high ball. First wide for St. Loman's Mullingar. Yeah, that substitute is happening. It's Sean Leach, 22, coming in. It'd be interesting to see who he goes on for. Nobody making their way to the sideline quite yet, but Sean Leach is coming on anyway. And it's over here on this side. I can't see the number at the time.
Number 15, is it?
Conor Bartrick, is it? Hard to blame Conor Bartrick for anything there. He hasn't even got on the ball, but it's Conor Bartrick that's gone off, and he's replaced by Leach. It's a very high tack at that time, but the ball has gone in for a look of a winger, but it's gone back to the free.
Yeah, Sean Leach seems to be going in around the centre of the field.
And another yellow card.
I lie, he seems to be going in around full forward area.
That's another yellow card. I didn't see who that yellow card was flashed at, but it's a second yellow card for St. Loman's after 23 minutes. And
yeah, it was Darren Finn who came out when his ball brilliantly on the turn.
It looked high, yeah. I didn't see who the St. Loman's player that got the yellow card, but that may become a factor later on in the game, Tom, because already Killian Plunkett is on a yellow card, so it'll be interesting to see who that other one is on. Good strike. Devin Hill, I think it was, that took that one, was it?
Yeah, with 7 minutes to go to half time, that was a crucial
score. No, it wasn't. It was the number 13. It's Eamon Caneen.
That was a crucial score by Eamon.
Well, they just needed a score, Tom. Let's be honest about it. They've been second in the game so far. Wonderful work. Wonderful work, and he's caught very high. Great work from Sam Smith there. Sam Smith was first to the ball there, did extremely well to get a hand on that, because that looked, all intents and purposes, it could have been another St. Loman score.
Yeah, and we've earmarked him at the start of the game. Sam, very, very good player, and one for the future for Westmeath.
Sammy Clark now, need him to get on the ball a little bit more for Killucan. Gone into Devon Hill, great work by Devon Hill. Huge pace on him. Good work by Devon Hill again. Hill, he's running into an absolute phalanx of blue jerseys. That's gone out for 45. Rather lucky there, I think, Tom, because he ran into that cluster of St. Loman's defenders.
There was a good tackle there by the number 17 for St. Loman's, Mark Dunny. He got a great hand in there, and out for a 50. But Killucan, over the last 4 or 5 minutes, beginning to get going in the game.
Well, they've certainly upped the tempo as opposed to what they had been previously playing at. Definitely playing with a little bit more vigour and a little bit more vim. It'd be interesting now if Sammy Clark can put this over, narrow the gap slightly, maybe another couple of scores before half time to make a game of this. It's been poor quality on the scoring front, but it's been intriguing. There's a good score. Oh, it's right on the line, and caught it in his chest as well.
Yeah, that was a good interception. It was a Killucan that caught that there just on the line, and Loman's come forward again, composed on the ball.
Yeah. Indeed, it was the number 6. It was Kieran Smith that caught that one on the line, on his own line, and not even a challenge on the time, which is very unusual. Look, Keys would possibly be the man I'd be putting in there with a bit of height and a bit of nous about him. Bracken again does well to get out of trouble. Loman's again, they're back in control of this game. They're happy to play it around there, Tom. They're in the lead here. They have a 5-point lead. They're happy to just control as is.
Yeah, and in this type of game, 1-4 to 2 points, it's a nice lead, especially with Killucan only scoring 2 points. It's going to be that type of game, I feel, where every score is going to count.
Yeah, and Killucan not creating enough for me. Good work by Ethan Brown there. It looked like he was going to lose it, but he did well to retain possession there. Darren Finn now, first chance at it. This is the first turnover that has been made of any significance. Really gets it across the square. Number 9, that's it. Barry Kelly is still looking at it as a free. I think Barry Kelly is actually right there, Tom. I think he went to ground rather easily. It looked as if he was looking.
I disagree with you. I thought that was at least a free for the oncoming player.
He was looking for a penalty. I'm not quite sure. I'm kind of going with Barry in that one.
He was kind of giving the ball in an area where he had to catch it and then go into contact. So it was a 50-50 one. But St. Loman's again trying to come out slow paced out of the back line, got turned over, and very nearly got
a little bit of a higher press. A little bit of a higher press for Killucan that time though. Nicely worked out again by St. Loman's, and they have players coming on the overlap here on both sides of the pitch. Is this going to be Sammy Smith to get at the ball? I thought that was a free. I thought he came across him, Tom, if I'm honest.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a definite free.
Yeah, I think that was one that was missed anyway. It certainly came across him. But that makes no never mind now. It was Tristan Graham that was coming on the fly that time, and Lomans have turned it over anyway. And that's a free. They didn't panic that they didn't get the free either, Tom. They used it almost as an incentive to try and get going again, and it certainly has worked for them.
Yeah, I suppose they recovered well from losing the ball and getting it back up the field and overturned it again. Barry Kelly going to have a word with one of the...
With Alan Coyne, I think, is it? He's looking at the linesman. I think it's some of the sideline officials or some of the mentors of the St. Loman's team. Yeah. I actually have a little bit of sympathy with Adam Carroll there because I think he was defending his player, which he was probably in the right on in the end.
I think there was just a little bit of heat at the moment. Barry Kelly's a very experienced ref. He just calmed him down. It'll be all right.
Yeah. I don't think it was an absolute overreaction or anything like it, to be honest. No, I'm not so sure about that one, Tom.
No, I think he got that call right. He's beginning to heat up here just as we come up.
And it's about time, Tom. You know, it's been lacklustre to say the least. Lomans have been totally dominant, in my opinion, and Killucan had to get something to get them fired up. There's a clear push.
Very good batsman play there by Sam Smith, because he actually was found him at the start. He got away with it, but
good work by TEG Kenny there as well to keep it.
Excellent.
Yeah, he's
very lively. Got on the ball.
Looks to be limping though, unfortunately. That's the only thing about it. Chance now to increase that lead here. That's nicely over the bar. Daniel McCann with his second free extends the lead 1-5 to St. Loman's. Mullingar 2 points to Killucan, and Tom, 6 points. They're good value for it.
Yeah, you have to be impressed. I said before the game I didn't see too much of this St. Loman's team, but I'm very impressed with a lot of the young players that have it, and the style of football they're playing is excellent too.
Yeah, I think that's what that has what been most exciting for me. Is they're playing a lovely brand of football. I know they're a little bit overly defensive, but when they move the ball, they move it so well, and they move it with a bit of intent. And you just feel there's more in this forward line as well, I think. Look at their wing backs. Their wing backs are hugging the sidelines here.
As you said earlier, every one of them are very comfortable on the ball.
So comfortable on the ball.
Looking for the ball, comfortable when they get it, composed. And that's what's causing Killucan the problem.
Did well there. Oh, that's great work. Super work there the time by Owen Heron. Haven't seen enough of him in the first half, Tom. He should be one of the go-to players, but that's really good work by Owen Heron here. Probably after coming out a little bit further out the field to create that little bit more space. And again, there's a harmless ball. And look who's there. It's Tristan Graham again. He's the man that's defending that D, and that's exactly what you want that guy to be doing. That's your +1. Is looking after everything. Look at St. Loman's player, look up. There's 4 or 5 lads free all the time. Is another race. Sammy Smith coming out to meet it again. This time it's Luke Darby knocks it out. It's a sideline ball to St. Loman's.
TEG is limping, but he's out in front for every ball. He's given each of the inside back line, Matt Shaw, Sam Smith, Luke Darby, he's given them something to think.
They haven't controlled this Loman's forward. It's the pace. It's the pace that Lomans are moving the ball at. It's causing Killucan huge problems. There's the ball. I don't know how he got it out there. Mulderry gets it. Oh, was he looking for a little bit too much? Looking man on the ball. Still looking for the ball. It's a half-time whistle.
Yeah, I think Sam Smith should have got a free there. Maybe he was worthy of a free there. Ended up with nothing, but good first half from St. Loman's, 1-5 to 2 points.
A super first half for St. Loman's. A very disappointing one for the men in Saffron, though, Tom. It has to be said. They've been very, very poor, in my opinion. They've lacked any sort of penetration. They've lacked any sort of guile, any sort of way of breaking down this forward line or this back line of St. Loman's, because St. Loman's are defending en masse, but doing a great job in doing that.
Yeah, but you can't expect that from Killucan. They're probably, as I said earlier, they're only getting themselves together now for both the hurling and the football championship, getting them back. They'll come into this game in the second half, I anticipate. They will be playing with a little bit of a breeze in the second half. And can Lomans keep that excellent first half up in the second half?
Yeah, that'll be the thing, I suppose, Tom. you know, for a lot of these younger players, well, they have the fitness, the super fitness, in fairness to them. They look to be the team that's on the move and on the move constantly. Whereas Killucan look ponderous, I think, in the defence. They've completely given up the middle of the field, in my opinion. The Lomans have completely dominated that midfield sector. And that's where I think Killucan have to make inroads there. If they can try and get a bit of control around the centre of the field, get a bit of ball into Devon Hill and these guys, that's their only chance, in my opinion. And they haven't done it in the first half time.
Yeah, and as you said, then they did do a high press there earlier on in the game. Midway through the game. And it worked. They need to come out with a defensive structure a little bit if they're going to get back into this game. But as I said, both teams are going to be trialling out things in that first half, getting to know each other coming into the championship season. So it is probably below standard that we would have liked.
In fairness, not from St. Loman's, they have been excellent in my opinion. For a second string, for Killucan it's been very poor.
Yeah, it hasn't been probably like us. We're surprised with St. Loman's. Killucan probably was surprised with St. Loman's as well. But it's all to play for in the second half. Still, Killucan get a couple of early scores and there's any kick of a ball in it. Can St. Loman's keep that excellent first half going? But I've been very impressed with a lot of the St. Loman's players. Obviously, Shawnee Bratton got a
superb goal.
The defensive play has been good, but their midfield, Ryan Jones and Killian Plunkett, has been excellent.
I think Graham at that +1 at the back of the defence, I think he's been excellent. He controlled the whole game. And he's a young lad as well and got up for a score himself as well.
Ty Kenny is causing them all sorts of problems inside there. But on the Killucan team, Killucan probably need to get Devon Hill and Owen Hearn on the ball a little bit more.
Yeah,
Gary Greville is holding his own. Robbie Greville is holding his own there, but they need to get a little bit more penetration in when they attack.
They need to get a little bit more going at the centre of the field, I think, Tom, and I think that's possibly where they're looking at an improvement for the second half. But at the moment here in TEG Cusack Park, at half time here in the Division 3 final, it's Killucan 2 points, but it's St. Loman's 1-5. That's 8 points. They lead by 6 points at half time here. We're going to take a little break and we'll be back with you again real soon here on ERV TV. Gormila Magav.
TEG, proud sponsors of TEG Cusack Park, serving aviation, biopharmaceuticals and medical industries across the globe. TEG has been to the fore in the fight against COVID-19 with our customers and partners. A local business employing local people. Visit teg.com/careers to learn more. Wishing all our GAA patrons a safe passage through the championship.
Clark's Bar, wishing all teams the very best today.
MJ Stone Building and Developments, proud sponsor of Westmeath GAA.
Cusack Park pitch is 145 metres long. Imagine 3 of these bridge beams would make up the length of the pitch. Now transport 30 of them from Raharney to Kildare. A challenge overcome by a great team with the support of a great community. My name is Pat Barrett, Project Manager, Shemer to Precast.
That is what I do.
New Renault Arcana E-Tech Hybrid. Winner, Irish Medium Crossover SUV in the 2022 Car of the Year Awards.
To make sure you're connected, the writing's on the wall. And nothing else matters.
Go away ahead with a point. 65 minutes gone.
16-15.
Yeah. Hold on. 2 points off.
17 minutes.
You can bring us back in whenever you like, Matt. Hello? Hey, welcome back here to TEG Cusack Park with the second half of this Division 3 All-County Football League final between St. Loman's, Mullingar and Killucan. It's been all blue in the first half, indeed. It's been all blue for Killucan as well because they trailed by 6 points here at half-time. 1-5 to 2 points in what has been a very dominant display by the young guns and the blend of experience and attack from St. Loman's. But Still a lot to play for. Killucan will certainly look to improve in the second half.
Yeah, still a lot to play for here. I still fancy Killucan in this game, would you believe? I anticipated them having a kind of a rusty first half. I wasn't anticipating having Lomans having such a good first half, but they played all the football and played very, very good football. Can they keep it up, and can we see something from Killucan that will
a spark of some sort, Tom? Yeah,
we just need a spark.
Yeah, we haven't seen a spark at all, and I see Johnny D down there, Paul Quinn, trying to work something out at the moment, but I didn't see any changes to Killucan side. I didn't see any to. Actually, I see Joey Boyle, I think, is on. Is he not? Or Cormac Boyle is on. Definitely on. Cormac Boyle is definitely on. Not quite sure who he's on for. But Killucan going the attack with the first attack. Is it going to get a first score going? Keys first and through. He sees a man left of him. That's Devin Hill. Hill is in front of the goals. And Hill, that's what you want. Out first, score first, straight over the bar. 19 seconds of the second half, and Devin Hill has reduced the deficit immediately. His first score of the game, Tom. They need more out of him.
Yeah, good win from the throw-in and worked the way all the way down.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely is. Definitely, Cormac Boyle is definitely on. I'm not quite sure who he's on for, but if we find out, we'll let you know, ladies and gentlemen. It's a foul on the ball. A little bit harsh on Tom Dora, I thought, but free in for Killucan. Definitely have come out with certainly more passion in this second half and a little bit more fight. Again, they're breaking through number 13. This is another strike for a score. That's another lovely score, 2 in a row. Eamon Cuneen, his second score of the game, and all of a sudden, Tom, we've a game in our hands.
Yeah, that's exactly the start of Killucan, but they need to keep this pressure up now.
Cormac McKeown, is he going to get there? He did, but it's only a strike forward with it. Well grabbed there. Super grab there. Back into the forward line. It's going to hop high, but it's gone to a Killucan man again. Back out again. Nice work again. Michael Doherty gets it in. Oh, just wasn't anticipating the pass maybe that time. Eamon Cuneen, I thought he was in and goal there. But Lomans are going to have to show their mettle now. There's a bit far higher press, Tom. Look at this. Killucan are really, really pressing high now. Getting it hard. Dana Fitzsimons, is he going to get it clear? He is, just about. Good work by the St. Loman's defence. They didn't panic, in fairness to them. And it's got to the right man, Bracken. Bracken now coming forward. Has a man in front of him. That man is Ethan Brown. Brown gets it into the forward line. Lomans need a score to settle themselves. That's a nice through. It's Bracken again. He's a man outside him. Is it another goal? Yes, it is. No, it's not. Oh, how did that stay out?
I think the goal.
Tom Brown.
I think the goalie got a little touch to that and knocked it off.
I'm not quite sure who had the last chance at it though. That was the only thing. Sean Leach now with the ball in hand.
That's certainly well live in the game up there. I think the goalkeeper got a
great work by Bracken again though. He followed his own ball. He followed his own ball the whole way up the field, and he got back on top of that one. Certainly livelier now, Tom. There's a little bit more passion from Killucan at this stage. I'm still not sure. I think it actually could have been Ty Kenny might have had the last chance there to put that into the net, but for all intents and purposes it looked like it was gone into the back of the net. But I think you're right. I think Lurkin trainer got a touch with it.
Daniel McCann.
Daniel McCann, maybe
he was a little bit nonchalant with it. He went for place rather than power, but it was a great save from the goalkeeper.
He definitely got a hand to it as far as I could see anyway. All right, okay.
Sorry,
just getting commentary here from Croke Park. All in the island. Mark Tunney now with the ball in hand. But the boys in blue are not doing it in Cusack Park. They're certainly doing it here in Croke Park. They're certainly doing it here in Cusack Park because Dublin have been dethroned as All-Ireland champions, Tom, and I suppose it's something we didn't see coming up. There's a great breakthrough. Is it true? Yes, it is. Darren Finn is true. Has he a man outside him? He's looking to see if there's anything there. Is Michael Doherty? Oh, Michael Doherty I think he might have been going for goal that time, but Michael Doherty has popped it over the bar, Tom, and again, that's 3 in a row without reply for Killucan, and all of a sudden we've a game in our hands here.
Yeah, most importantly, the turnover, and they got a score over, whether it was goal or a point. There was 2 or 3 of them running at the same time.
It's that high press again.
It's a lot better from Killucan in the second half.
And for the first time, Tom, in this game, St. Lomans are beginning to panic a little bit. Not showing the composure that they did in that first half at all.
Yeah, well, we probably expected more from Killucan in the first half, but in the second half, they're really pulled up to St. Lomans now. And let's see how good St. Lomans, as we've given them all the plaudits in the first
Absolutely.
half. We did ask the question, could they keep it going for the second half? But they still have that 3-point lead. And they're still finding ways to get out of the back line. They're still playing good football. They just need to steady themselves now.
They need to just steady, absolutely. That's exactly what they need to do. They need to just steady. There's a ball thrown away. Sean Leach looks like he's going to get his hands on this one, and he does. Good work by Leach. Great work by Leach. And again, that come from a turnover again. Darren Finn looks like he's free, does he? Little nudge there. Got away with it. Tristan Graham got away with one there, I think, Tom. I think there was a slight bit of a nudge, but...
Again, caught coming out with the ball.
Absolutely.
Fast turnover, and again, they're not connecting as good.
But it's the change of pace that Killucan have added to this game, Tom. They've definitely picked up the pace of this game. Robbie Greville now with ball in hand. Gives it on. Looks like Cormac Boyle. Cormac Boyle coming through. Is he going to have a shot at goal? Cormac Boyle slots it over the bar. And that's another score. And all of a sudden, Tom, this game has taken on a completely different complexion than what we saw in the first half. 4 in a row from Killucan at the start of the first 6 minutes of the second half, and it's game on here.
Yeah, Killucan have just upped the tempo a little bit there, and it's causing the mistakes to come now from St. Lomans, and that's a good score from.
But it's the pressure. It's the pressure that they're putting on St. Lomans. And again, there's another turnover. Oh, a little bit unlucky there. A little bit unlucky there. There's a dodgy back. Oh, Donna Fitzsimons did well to get there, because at one stage he was looking second best. Again, it's that far higher press from Killucan. They definitely have put on a bit of a spurt. Whatever was said in the dressing room, Tom, it's having the desired effect, because they have come out here a completely different team.
Yeah, St. Lomans look to be putting themselves under pressure with every pass at the moment.
There's a ball through. No one to collect it though, and for all their good play in the first half, Tom, it's been tempered by a pretty poor start to the second half, apart from that goal chance that they had with Bracken coming forward. But this second half, if we said St. Lomans were dominant in the first half, and it's been all Saffron in the second half, there's a very high challenge, and he's going to have to be very, very careful here. Mulderry, 2 men on yellow cards already. That was a very, very high challenge there. The introduction of Leach just before half-time has had the desired effect. He seems to be the go-to man here on a lot of occasions. Oh, there's great work by McKeough. Lucky to hold on to it though. Sammy Smith comes on to the ball. McKeough has left an indelible mark there, because he's caught Mark Tunney absolutely clean and fair, but Tunney is absolutely whopped after that.
Owen Kenny.
Owen Kenny, is it?
Yeah, Owen Kenny.
Robbie Greville now. Greville is dispossessed, is he? Yes. No, he somehow gets it back. Darren Finn now. Has he an out ball? He has. There's 2 out balls here. Linesman is almost playing as an extra forward for Killucan here, I think. And if we were disingenuous to Killucan in the first half, I take it back now, because they've certainly shown severe determination and great grit and no end of skill in this second half, Tom. They really have upped the ante here. Loman's trying to calm things down. They've gone into a complete defensive shell here. All 14 out of 15 behind the ball here. Michael Doherty, he breaks that chain. Gets it across. Again, they're just using the ball. Plain and simple. It's just simple football from Killucan at the moment. Retention. Shane O'Malley there is having a Great start second half. Greville now. Gets it out to Cormac Boyle. Cormac Boyle gives it back to Shawnee Leach. Leach now. Looking for a pass. He gets it through. Into Keys. Keys a big strong man. He's had to go through 4 or 5 tackles already. Eventually gets it back to Leach. Just not getting inside that D, Tom, to create that opportunity maybe that's needed. A real goal for an opportunity.
Similar to the first half in the first couple of patterns of play where we're getting it hard to.
Yeah, it's a head injury, and
it's
I thought that. I think it's Mark Tunney, is it?
No, it's Owen Kenny.
Owen Kenny.
Head injury there. He got a bad belt there off Conor McHugh, I think it was.
And 24 is in first.
Adam O'Connor is coming in now.
A little unfortunate. There was nothing malicious in the challenge at all. They met full on, and it was a. It certainly was. McHugh came out the better, but he's a bigger, probably more physical man.
Yeah, we mentioned the experience of Barry Kelly noticing it on the field.
Cormac Boyle has had to kick in a very bad wide there.
Calling the halt to play there, so fair play to Barry Kelly for spotting that.
Yeah, I think he's absolutely right in that. Look, we're all for player welfare, and definitely I think he's extremely shook after that belt. An innocuous belt insofar as that there was nothing malicious in it whatsoever as far as I'm concerned, and he looked fairly shook afterwards.
10 minutes gone in the second half. Loman's yet to score. They need to find a way to settle themselves into the second half.
Killucan get the next score, Tom. This is going to make this very, very interesting. It was a great catch. Killian Plucken, and look at this. Look at the man that's free. It's Shawnee Bracken. Is he going to make it? He did. He just got a toe to it. Well done by Bracken. It's gone into the substitute that's just come on. Adam O'Connor. Lomans need a period of retention, in my opinion, now. Daniel McCann. Almost waiting for the challenge to come to meet him. Tristan Graham now. Back in control of that one. There's a long ball in. Who's going to make this one? Is it going to be Shawnee Bracken again? Yes, he's done very well, Bracken, in fairness to him. And that's a lovely score. Beautiful score that time. And badly needed at that time from Mark Tunney, his second of the game, Tom. And Lomans needed that, even just to calm themselves down. Yeah, and they worked it well. Again, it came from great play. Tristan Graham, the two guys that we mentioned that were outstanding in the first, Tristan Graham and indeed Shawnee Bracken, they're the men, the instigators of that whole move.
Yeah, and it's opened up the game now, the second half, to be an entertainment last 20 minutes, as both sides are on the top of their game now.
Yeah, that's a foul on Leach. He knew it when he grabbed it. Cormac Boyle has definitely added something to this, whether it's just experience or whether it's just a little bit of know-how or whatever. Michael Doherty, he has really come into the second half now, but there's a wayward pass, just as I said. Commentator, of course, somehow he gets it back, ships it back out.
Killucan have 3 men, 4 men in the middle of the field here, free.
Nobody making their run though, Tom. There's nobody breaking that line. The 6-7 men behind that Loman's defence, and nobody breaking through it. Sammy Smith has been a peripheral figure, if we're being honest, and one that we were looking forward to. Darren Finn now. Finn gets it over the top. Nice work this time. Is this another score for Killucan? That's a beautiful score. Beautiful score from Mona Hearn. Yeah, another player that has come into this game in the second half, and you know, if they want to get back into this game, those players really need to be at the top of their game. They need to start showing a little bit of leadership, a little bit of fire in the belly, and they've certainly done it. 1-6 to St. Lomas, that's 9. 7 points to Killucan. We're 13, nearly 14 minutes into the second half here of what has been a completely different second half to the first. A little bit of nonsense going on here now, Tom. There's a little bit of an edge to this game has developed in the last few minutes, in fairness.
Yeah, it's a good edge, though. It's getting up to that.
Killian Plunker with a long ball in. That one is knocked out, but it's knocked out for 45.
This second half is a championship look about it. Both sides going at it. Killucan much improved from the first half. Loman still one ahead, though. Sorry, 2 ahead.
2 ahead, yeah. And a 45 now. Killian Plunkett normally takes these ones, I think, is it? Is he coming out to take it? No, he's not. Nobody wants to take it, actually, at the moment. A little bit early to be playing for time, Tom. Daniel McCann now with the 45. Again, this would steady the ship a small bit, Tom. I still think Killucan are going to need a goal to win this game or to have, if any major say in it. Daniel McCann strikes it. That's a beautiful strike. Oh, that's a beautiful strike from McCann.
Yeah, it was a kind of really unorthodox kind of strike on the ball.
Kind of across the ball. Across the ball more than it.
Fantastic score, though.
Really, really good score. 1-7-7. We're halfway through the second half here in TEG Cusack Park, and we have a game in our hands at last. It wasn't much of a contest for the opening 30 minutes, but it definitely is now. Again, Loman's gone into that defensive shell. It's up to Killucan. Come at me if you want. Robbie Greville has definitely come into the game severely in the second half. He's been excellent for Killucan again. He's gone through 3 or 4 lads around him, and that's good defending by St. Loman's. They crowded him. Oh, but they've given it away. Sean Leach now. Leach almost gave it away himself, but somehow retains possession for Killucan. Owen Ahern looks up and sees a man over the far side. Is he going to get that? Yes, he is. Cormac Boyle. Boyle has a chance now, drives it in, but that's going to bounce, and it bounces over the bar. Cormac Boyle, I think, popped that one over the bar. And
using all his experience at Cusack Park to get that one over.
Dano could be a little bit at fault for that. He probably should have come out and met it.
Yeah, but
second score for Cormac Boyle.
It was kind of one that you thought he was going to stop.
Yeah.
Pop into his hand, but it popped over the bar. Crucial score, though.
Crucial score, yeah. 1-8, 1-7 to St. Loman's Mullingar. It's 8 points to Killucan. It's all still to play for. Killucan have definitely come out a completely different team to what we saw in the first half. If they were negative in the first half, if all the comments about them were negative in the first half, it certainly is not that in the second half. There's another bouncing ball. Dano has it this time. Dano Fitzsimons gets it out.
I think Killucan have gone on top in midfield as well.
Yes, they have. And it was something we were looking for. It was something we were looking for as well, for them to get to even get parity at the centre of the field would have been great. But there's a man that has made a big difference to this game, Tristan Graham, but I'm afraid that's going to go out. I think Tom Dorn possibly could have got to that one. He didn't even go for it. Devin Hill gets the ball, picks it up, and Devin Hill is fouled. That's a hand on the back. He can't complain with that one.
He was probably fouled before that with his shoulder into the back.
Yeah.
So he had to work for that free also. Barry Kelly not giving any easy.
Still think there's a little bit more in Hill. I still think there's a little bit more to come out of that. I'm not sure he's playing up to full pelt at the moment, but give him a chance in front of goal and he'll destroy it. Cormac Boyle gets it over. Michael Doherty has run up and down this pitch for the second half. Is he going to fist over another score? That's another great score. Michael Doherty with his second in the second half. Substitute coming in now, that's number 23. Callum McKeough, be interested to see who he goes in for. He's in already. Is it Sammy Smith? It is Sammy Smith. And you know, Tom, I don't like criticising anybody, but I'm not so sure that's a good move on the part of Killucan, I have to say. Seemed to be a little bit more Smith, but he hasn't done enough, I suppose.
Yeah, but much like we said in the first game with Castan Fnaco, these lads with Killucan, they have a lot of hurling to play over the next couple of weeks as well. So
ball into Leach now. Again, this is another turnover. If they weren't getting the turnover in the first half, they're getting the second one. Cormac Boyle has the ball again. Looking out to see, can he get another one? He threw it up. Oh, and he's fouled. I thought actually Boyle might have fouled that himself, Tom. Chance for the equaliser. Did we take this at half time, Tom?
Well,
you did.
I did, yeah, but you have to say that Killucan have really stepped it up. They're deserving, to be honest, to go in to level this game. They're the better side at the moment. They're a lot stronger on the ball, and they look like the Killucan that we're well used to.
A different game plan as well, Tom. I mean, they've come out a completely different side, in my opinion. And here it is. That's a lovely score. Eamon Cuneen with his 3rd point of the game. And we're level. 20 minutes almost gone the second half here. 1-7 St. Loman's Mullingar, 10 points. That's level you devils. Even you demons from Lapland to the Antarctic, as me on the Mullingar could say. That's level scores in any man's language. Good work by Shane Mulderry this time. Chance now for St. Loman's. Ryan Jones gets it up the far side to his midfield partner. That's Killian Plunkett. He's had a great game. Gets it back out again, but it goes astray. Somehow it's kept in touch. Good work this time by the St. Loman's man. And that's a nice score. Really good score. The number 17 this time, Mark Tunney. That's his 3rd.
Great score from a guy that has played very, very well today, Mark Tunney. Been very
a revelation to me. It's a name I haven't seen. I have seen him in underage level.
He split through 3 or 4 Killucan guys there and just knocked it over the bar. And that's a good score to put them 1 point up again. This game is going to be very interesting the last 10 minutes.
Good catch that time. I think he thought he was out to call in a mark there. It was Devon Hill, and to my opinion, that's what a mark is. It's that catch at the centre of the field, but Barry Kelly allowed him to play on. Out it goes to Darby out on the far side now. Look, Darby looks up. See that man, Michael Doherty again. Look at the pace of Michael Doherty. Into Darby again. He's gone into traffic, but that's a foul. I think it was a foul on Doherty, and I think that's what Barry Kelly is indicating.
He's playing advantage there.
Yeah, I think it was a foul on Doherty. I don't think it was a foul on Luke Darby. I think it was a foul on Michael Doherty. I think that's what he's indicating, and that's going to be a free in for Killucan to draw us level again. Devon Hill looks like he's taking this one. No, it's not. It's back to Eamon Cuneen over there on the far side of the pitch.
A good point if he makes it from,
it's
the wrong side.
Difficult angle. He's on his wrong foot. Can he draw it in now, Tom? That's the thing. That looks like it's pulling across the goals, and I'm afraid that's exactly what has happened. Amazingly, Tom, that's the first wide Killucan have kicked in the second half. They had 3 very, very poor ones in the first half, but that's the first wide of the second half here in TEG Cusack Park. It's all to play for here. 22 minutes gone. 1-8 to St. Loman's Mullingar. 10 points to Killucan. Over to the far side. David, nicely picked up this time. Killucan back on the attack. Robbie Greville has the ball in hand. Gives it out to Cormac Boyle. Man has made a huge difference in the second half, in my opinion. Into Shawnee Leach. Leach gives it back to Boyle. Boyle shifts the challenge, gets it on the right foot, but he slices too far across the ball, and he had a man in front of him. Devon Hill was absolutely wide open in front of him, and I think, Tom, there's a chance spurned.
Yeah, it's a chance spurned. He did well though, but he's probably backing himself off the back of the last.
Well, he scored 2 points since he come on. I suppose you can't blame him, man.
He's done it very well since he
absolutely.
Come on. He probably should have slipped that one off though.
Whatever breeze it is, Tom, it seems to be favouring Killucan in this second half, because the flags seem to be blowing towards the Springfield and the apartment end of TEG Cusack Park. Good work by Tom Dorr. Gives it back to the man that has been the fulcrum of all that has been good about St. Loman's today. That's Tristan Graham. Out to this side of the field. Killian Plunkett now. Plunkett up along the sideline here in front of us, here in front of the stand. Plunkett now looking for an outlet. Has he got one? Yes, he has. It's the substitution. Adam O'Connor gets it back out. Loma's just playing it around. It goes out to cornerback. That cornerback is Tristan Johnson. Johnson now coming in and goal. Nicely comfortable in the ball. There's a man in the back door cut. He's going across the goals, and that's... Is that a score? Yes, it is. Not quite sure who got that one. Is it Shawnee Bracken? I think it's Shawnee Bracken.
Shawnee Bracken, correct. Very good score again.
Shawnee Bracken playing almost an auxiliary forward at this stage. He's been everywhere around this pitch. Himself and Graham have been absolutely outstanding for the Blues. Off we go, good catch by him. Great catch by Keys. Keys has men left and right of him. Oh, it just misses it. Cormac Boyle gets it, ships it out. Only Ahern now. Ahern goes past 2 into Cormac Boyle. He's caught in traffic and didn't know what to do with it. It was too many blue shirts around him, Tom, and eventually it gets turned over.
Yeah, so Loman seem to have weathered the storm and are getting their confidence back again in the second half. 2 points up. That's a vital turnover for them. Killucan still with 2 points to pick up, but you have to say we put it up to St. Loman's at half time. They could to keep it up. Currently the game isn't over yet, but they have definitely recovered from those opening minutes of the second half.
Ryan Jones now, ball into the corner, but that's going to go nowhere, only down into the dugout at the very far end of the pitch. That's a rather poor effort from Ryan Jones. Killucan have to build from the back again. I did say, Tom, I thought it would take a goal for Killucan to get back into this game. I still maintain that. Just under 5 minutes to go here of normal time, plus whatever referee Barry Kelly has added to it. Killucan on the attack again. Can they get back to within a point? Can they even do better than that? Can they get a goal? That would really open this game out completely. Good run again. Sam Smith coming forward now. They're going to need him. Robbie Greville chips it into Leach. Leach is knocked and pummeled all over the place, but he does well to hold on to the ball. Devin Hill does equally as well to hold on to that ball. That wasn't easy. Gets the ball out to Cormac Boyle, who's coming off the shoulder. Doesn't look to be anybody. It's static at the moment. They're static on the 45. They haven't moved the ball in, Tom. They're struggling to get it past that absolute wall of blue. Only one Loman's player in the offensive half of the pitch. Michael Doherty again. He's the man that has made a big difference with his piercing runs through the centre. Cormac Boyle is down around the centre of the field. He doesn't look to be too well.
Devin Hill is free on this right hand side if you can get it to him.
Hill goes through. Again, he's bottled up. There's an awful lot of blue shirts in front of him. Hill somehow manages to get around him. Hill still goes and McKeown gets it into the forward line. That looked like a push in the back. Is it Michael Doherty has a chance here? Michael Doherty with a chance. Comes a crack across goal. Oh, nobody can get a foot. But Darren Finn almost got to that, Tom. And that was a half goal chance, shall we say. Yeah. Ball is cleared out this side of the field, but it's going to come straight back in because this is constant pressure from the Saffrons. Good work by Yoni Ahern again. He really has come into this game in the second half. Back it comes. Cormac Boyle. He's recovered from that little bit of a knock he took. Gives it back out to Eamon Cuneen. Is it going to curl enough? Yes, it is. Cuneen with another great score.
Yeah,
that's his fourth.
They should have done that a couple of seconds ago there when they were trying to force a goal.
Matt Shaw coming in for Killucan now. He was named on the starting team, but he's now coming in as a substitute. Don't know who he's coming in for, but Matt Shaw is coming in as a substitute here.
It's set up for last 5 minutes. Very interesting last 5 minutes.
It's interesting. Killucan of 6. It's Darren Finn is coming off, the number 14. Matt Shaw. I would suggest that means that Sam Smith is now going to go into attack for Killucan, and I think they possibly need him up there as well. It's back to a 1 point game, 1-9. That's 12 for St. Loman's Mullingar. It's 11 points for Killucan. And Tom, even at this stage, it's hard to call.
It's hard to call, but it's still just have a sneaky suspicion Killucan might just get back in level terms and win it. They're overturning the ball when the short kick out is coming out, and they're working better.
That's a foul. Tristan Graham is caught in possession of the ball. He had nowhere to go. He was surrounded by Killucan players. Something we did not see in the first half, Tom. No Killucan player putting a hand in a St. Loman's player, but this time, this second half has been completely different.
Yeah, but St. Loman's fluency coming out from the back line is gone. They're a little bit delayed coming out.
They've lost that midfield battle, Tom, as well, where we were saying that Killucan needed to get a bit of power going.
Killucan now just need to get the ball into Devin Hill's hand in the right area and knock it over the bar.
Instead of that, they've overturned this ball, and there's a cheap foul, and now it's going to be brought forward. It's going to be interesting to see what time Barry Kelly is going to add on at the end of this game, Mark. Long ball in, it's over the top. Is this going to finish the game? Yes, there it is. Ty Kenny absolutely brilliant ball in.
What a ball in from
A brilliant ball in from Daniel McCann, but it was an excellent finish as well. He still had a bit to do, and Ty Kenny, in my opinion, that sealed it, Tom.
Yeah, absolutely. But how many times do you see a player knock the ball back in those situations? He looked forward,
there's a challenge here on Michael Doherty, and the St. Loman's player is in big trouble here, in my opinion. That's a straight red card, and I don't think he can have any complaints with that whatsoever. It's the number 7, is it, Tom? I think over there, is it 7 or 17? He completely took Michael Doherty. Yeah, Tom Dorr. Tom Dorr, he took his opposite number out completely, and I think Michael Doherty is in a bit of trouble here. The ball was gone. He was absolutely in full flight there and was completely taken out of it.
But again, we put the challenge up to St. Loman's at half time. They've responded. They weathered the storm with Killucan when they first came out. We thought it was all going to be Killucan then. Fair play to St. Loman's.
Killucan just never got ahead, Tom. Never got ahead. Take off the ground there. St. Loman's player, that number 7 hasn't come off the field, Tom. He's still on the field. 2 extra minutes here. I thought there was a straight red card shown there, Tom, but... Sorry, it was Ethan Brown was sent off. I beg your pardon. I might apologise to Tom Dorr. I thought it was Tom Dorr, but it was Ethan Brown that was sent off. He's coming around the back of the goals there. I see him, all right. Back now, Shawnee Leach. Shawnee Leach got it on. He puts it over the bar. It's a score, but I think it's a little bit too little, too late.
Killucan needed a goal there. It all depends on what's going to be added on. You said 2 minutes.
2 minutes, yeah. Number 20 is on for Killucan now, and that number 20 is Gavin Flood, possibly one of their starters. He has had injury problems with Gavin Flood. Gavin Flood is on, and Michael Doherty is off, and he's a big loss to them. I thought he had an excellent second half, Tom. Really excellent second half.
Yeah, and it was a nasty kind of challenge to...
It was, and Ethan Brown has suffered for it. Loman's down to 14 men now, of course, with Ethan Brown down, but they look like they're going to weather the storm here. 2 minutes of additional time has been played. Killian Plunkett just holding on to the ball, but he's running into a phalanx of it. Yeah, that's a late foul.
Another good game, about to warm up, come into the action. Sending Russell for St. Loman's.
Be nice to see him get a game, all right, Tom. You would have played against Sennan, I'd say.
I would have played it against him and with him, but he's about 15 seconds, I said, to get into the game. Very blow the whistle very shortly.
That's a great catch there at the back. It looked Derby, but I'm afraid Sennan is not going to make it onto the field, because that's it, Tom. It's all over here in TEG Cusack Park. 2-9 to St. Loman's. 12 points to Killucan. And I suppose we asked, were they able to take it in the second half if Killucan came back at them? Killucan came back absolutely flying in that second half. But in the end, it was a little bit of nous, a little bit of cleverness, and an absolutely smashing goal from Ty Kenny that decides this game, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. We put it up. I thought Killucan would come back into it in the second half. They did, but they didn't come into it enough to actually get a victory. But you have to hand it to St. Loman's and the training performance of the St. Loman's management. They played lovely football, and it was summed up by that final goal that they got, moving the ball forward into Ty Kenny, and Ty Kenny took his goal very well. I thought he had an excellent game inside. He caused all the problems in the first half, but St. Loman's have their future is bright for St. Loman's.
Absolutely agree with you, Tom.
Looking at that, and again, it was great to see new players coming into the fold in Westmeath football. Over the next couple of weeks, we'll be able to see a lot more. Obviously, with the championship coming, but it's St. Loman's day. But for Killucan, they'll be looking now ahead towards the first round of the championship. Yeah. They're still getting back together. They play hurling, obviously.
I'd say they'd be disappointed with their first half display, Tom.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
you would anticipate that. They probably haven't played enough of football together this year with lads coming back and all that. They'll get gathered themselves together over the next couple of weeks. They've a busy schedule, like all the hurling clubs have busy schedule. But
I'll tell you what it adds to as well. It adds to Paddy Dowdall's headache about who he's going to pick for his senior team, because in my opinion, a couple of those lads have definitely put their hand up and said, Paddy, if you want me to play senior football, I'm available to it. Tristan Graham, I thought, was absolutely outstanding. Young Plunkett at the centre of the field, but my man of the match, I think, without question, was Shawnee Bracken, the wing half back. I mean, he scored 1-1 from wing back. He was up and down the field there all day long. And when defence was needed, he was there for that too. So, you know, a couple of lads going to give Paddy a few headaches and nightmares over there. It's not a bad way to be.
Yeah, well, what I used to think, Paddy, is if the first team plays as well as the second team, and the lads can slot into those positions, they'll be well on their way to retaining their senior title again. As you said, one guy we didn't mention a whole lot is Shane Mulderry, number 12 for St. Loman's. He did a lot of, say, spade work.
Donkey work.
And he can be happy with his performance. But to be quite honest, the whole St. Loman's panel there today can be very
everybody
very
put in a shift. Everybody put in a shift, in fairness now. A little bit unfortunate that they finished with 14 men, but I think it was a red card, Tom. I have no doubt about that. But young Ethan Brown was having a good game up to that.
Yeah, very good game. To be honest, I didn't see the incident, so I can't comment on it. But probably the only blot in the copybook that it was a straight red card. I don't know how long he'll get now, but there's still time left in the season for him to come back. And
well, I don't think it makes any difference what he gets, because it only affects the league for him, doesn't it? I think he only misses games in the league. It's a league competition, so I don't think he misses championship. He wasn't sent off in a championship match, so he can play a championship. As far as I'm aware, anyway, I think that's the rule.
Yeah,
but
it wasn't a dirty game.
It wasn't quite the opposite. It was hard. It was hard, but it was fair. And Westmeath County Chairman Frank Maskell now was about to present the Division 3 title trophy to St. Loman's Mullingar. Hopefully a weekend for them. They're the Division 1 final tomorrow night against Carlstown Kinnegad here. Again, it's live on RVTV. Any of you that want to watch it, it's a double header here tomorrow evening. We have St. Loman's versus Kinnegad, and we have Garrycastle and Collery. A really cracking game tomorrow evening, Tom, in the Division 2 final.
Yeah, the Division 2 final, both sides going very, very well. Obviously, we played them in St. Malachy's in Division 2, but that's going to be the question mark. Can Garrycastle get back up to senior in one go? Can Collery move up to win a senior title, what they're looking for? Tomorrow's game is going to be obviously a dress rehearsal for the first round of the championship, but it's going to be very, very entertaining. And then we have the Division 1 final, which is the replay of last year's senior county final. So, and judging by some of these guys here today, they might be on that panel as well tomorrow night.
Yeah, and judging by Kinnegad, who have been outstanding in the league. They have been flying in the league. Probably the best team I've seen. I saw them play Mullingar Shamrocks and I thought they were excellent, but they have been the star team in the league for me. And it'd be interesting to see Lomans with some of their players back, hopefully, from inter-county duty, to see how they get on against Kinnegad.
Yeah, probably Lomans will probably, much like Killucan, be a little bit ring rusty, but you would have to fancy Carlstown Kinnegad under Jack Cooney. Fantastic manager to push on this year and maybe be a little bit closer to winning a county title, but it starts tomorrow, I suppose, with trying to win a Division 1 title.
Yeah, and of course Kinnegad looking to back up their progression, I suppose, more than anything else. They were beaten here the other night now in the Division 4 final, quite surprisingly in my opinion, because quite a number of their starting senior team were on that team, but the Downs were excellent on that day. But look, it's been a great day. It's been a great day for the Blues of St. Loman's. It's also been a great day for the men from Castledown Finay, Cood, Whitehall. They've won the Division 5 title. The Division 3 title goes to St. Loman's Mullingar here on what has been a very enjoyable evening, Tom, in fairness. Good football played, particularly in the second half of this one, and indeed in the entire game in that Division 5 final. Finay showing that the difference in class in it. But for the moment, I'll say goodbye to you here from TEG Cusack Park. My thanks to Ger Gavin on camera and to Tom Brown on co-coms here for me. It's Paul Doodland signing off. St. Loman's win the Division 3 finals. 2-9 to 12 points. Castledunfanagh won the Division 5 final 2-14 to 13 points. From all of us here on Air VTV, until we see you tomorrow evening for the double header here, the Division 1 and Division 2 finals. Slán agus Bannock, and we'll see you again real soon. Gur míle maith agam.
TEG, proud sponsors of TEG Cusack Park, serving aviation, biopharmaceuticals and medical industries across the globe. TEG has been to the fore in the fight against COVID-19 with our customers and partners. A local business employing local people. Visit teg.com/careers to learn more. Wishing all our GA patrons a safe passage through the championship.
Clark's Bar, wishing all teams the very best today.
MJ Stone Building and Developments, proud sponsor of Westmeath GA.
Cusack Park pitch is 145 metres long. Imagine 3 of these bridge beams would make up the length of the pitch. Now transport 30 of them from Harney to Kildare. A challenge overcome by a great team with the support of a great community. My name is Pat Barrett, Project Manager, Shamer to Precast.
That is what I do.
New Renault Arcana E-Tech Hybrid. Winner, Irish Medium Crossover SUV in the 2022 Car of the Year Awards.